So there's been this debate going around the last couple days on Twitter, country music Twitter specifically. It's a two-pronged debate, I would say. And I wanted to get everybody's take on this. And admittedly, I will say that as Kyle has said about himself, sometimes I can be a massive hypocrite. If you don't believe in evolution of thought, because I definitely have changed my opinion on this over the years. But the debate is, should you be able to wear a band's merch to their show? We'll start with that one first. The second question being, should a band be able to wear their own merch? But let's start with, if you're a fan and you're going to say this weekend, we're going to see American Aquarium. You have an American Aquarium shirt. Should you be allowed to wear that shirt to their concert? Open it up for discussion here, boys. What are y'all's thoughts?
It's America. You should be able to wear whatever shirt you want to.
Last I checked, it was America.
Yeah. Well, so here's my opinion. I don't think you as this is where I have a hypocritical opinion. I'll be the first to admit this. You as an adult male should not go to sports events with another man's jersey on. I'm sorry. It's cringe. It's cringe.
There's a lost episode of Tailgate Season where Kyle went into this in detail. I disagree with him mostly on this, but
it's cringe. It's cringe. No, I'm sorry. You can't. No, you can rock a jersey with your last name on it. That's acceptable. No, as an adult, no. Little kid, you're fine. It's like
I've always said though that I think that wearing a classic
no name on the jersey is acceptable.
Disagree. If they're older than you and you grew up watching them, it's totally in the clear.
Okay, I'll give you a caveat there. You cannot wear a current athlete's jersey.
Admittedly, I wear a Philip Rivers jersey.
Yes. Okay.
He graduated 13 years before me.
I'll concede that point. You can't go in there and rock it in a KJ Concepcion jersey.
KC, but yeah, I get your point.
Whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah, because I'm like over a decade older than that guy.
Yeah, that is questionable. As far as a concert or a band merch, who cares? You're not rocking some other dude's name. Show and support. You go to an event. I mean, I don't see any problem with that.
But you kind of, so technically you are rocking another dude's name if it's a solo artist. Like if you're wearing it, if you're going to see Eric Church and his band merch says Eric Church, you are rocking another dude's name on the shirt. However, I think it's more.
But most of those shirts are tour based, so you can be like Sinners Like Me, or
could be, but they also have like cool merch.
Yeah, my Wade Bowen shirt. My Wade Bowen shirt has a name tag on it that says Wade.
Yeah. No, I will say it's more analogous to wearing. Say if you're going to a Duke basketball game and you're a Duke fan, and you're wearing a Duke shirt or a Duke hoodie or a Duke polo. That's what it's more like, wearing a band or an artist's merch to the show. You don't tell somebody at a sporting event, hey, you're coming to see NC State and Duke play. Why are you wearing their merch? You know what I mean? Whereas I think it's more like that than the jersey argument.
But at times, though, I will say it does feel a little super fanny, a little over the top.
It does. And I admittedly, years ago, I was vehemently against it. I used to think you should not wear that band's merch to the show. However, the more I've, read other people's opinions and listened to what the artists have to say, I've changed my opinion on this within the last 2 or 3 years. I think that now, if you're that big of a fan and you want to wear their band merch to the show, go for it. I've done it once, but I used to be a big advocate of, and I did this actually. When I went to an American Aquarium show, I wore a Turnpike shirt. When I went to a Turnpike show, I wore an American Aquarium shirt. I used to do things like that of similar artists.
Yeah.
But now, like, I admit that I've done it before. I've worn an American Aquarium shirt to an American Aquarium show. I don't have a problem with it anymore. The more I got to thinking about it, the older I got, I was like, it doesn't make sense to be vehemently. Yeah, the less I cared about it. I was like, it doesn't make sense to be against this.
What was your argument against it when you were against it?
What you just said is it feels a little bit like fanboyish.
Over the top.
And then I kind of realized, hey, I've seen American Aquarium over 35 times. That in and of itself is over the top. Who am I to point at someone and be like, hey, stop being a fanboy when I've seen a band that many times?
Yes. Look, respect the self-awareness.
Yeah.
I don't care. I mean, I'm pretty brand agnostic. I don't wear other than Carhartt and Duluth. I don't wear like specialty shirts. You can check me. Any picture you can find of me on the internet. I'm not rocking a brand shirt other than those two.
I don't know what I think.
I don't
At
really
times,
care.
I've got a weird thing. Like if I'm wearing like a Carhartt like jacket or vest or whatever,
Like
I
now,
don't like. Yeah, I don't like wearing my Carhartt toboggan with it because I feel like it's too much Carhartt, and I look like I'm sponsored by Carhartt, and I just don't like it.
Well, you've got another man's name, to Kyle's earlier point, on your hat right now.
He's dead.
I realize that. However,
who is that
it is
brand?
lame.
Rarely see it.
Is
It's
Lane
Lane
Frost.
Frost.
Oh, okay.
It's a cool brand. Like I recommend it. The hats
it's a
are
cool
sick.
Logo. Yeah, it's a cool
Yeah.
logo. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, go ahead.
Like in the motorsports world, it's very common. Like the shirt is going to have the guy's name on. That's just standard. Everybody does it.
Yeah, of course. Like Andy, I've seen your Kyle Larson shirt. Like it says
Yeah.
Kyle Larson pretty plainly on it. And we're from North Carolina. Let's not pretend like we haven't seen a plethora of Dale Earnhardt and Dale Jr. merch out there, and it has their names
Jeff
and their
Gordon.
Yeah,
their,
Jeff Gordon.
car numbers on it.
Yeah, I don't really have much of an opinion.
I
on
do
that.
think though, if you're wearing a band hat and a band shirt,
It's a bit much.
well, bit much. You look like you're
Bit
with
much.
the band. Like you're trying to look like you're with the band. It's too far.
It's like you're trying to be a groupie of the band at that point. I do agree
the
that's
other-
a bit much.
Yeah.
But I will
And
say
for-
a hat and a koozie or a shirt and a koozie acceptable. But
Yeah.
yeah,
I would
that's
also
acceptable.
say this conversation applies almost exclusively to men. Women can get
only
away
because
with anything.
only because women can get away with it.
Yes.
Yeah. Like nobody's going to say anything to a girl for wearing all out band merch to the show.
No. Because most times they're gonna cut the shirt up and
I'm not saying it's fair, I'm
Bedazzle
just
it.
saying that's the reality of it.
yeah. Be cool, guys. Subtlety.
Now, what about the flip side of that? The second point that people have been talking about. Should a band be allowed to wear their own merch?
That looks kind of cringy. You should wear like I think I'm not in a band, but if I was in a band, I would wear a funny ass shirt or a funny outfit. A lot of the great rock bands.
Well,
of the
I'm not
80s
necessarily
wore
saying being on
clever.
stage. I'm talking about just in general. Should they be able to, if they're just not on tour, or they're just at home, or they're going out to Walmart, should they be able to wear their own merch?
Yeah, in public, yes. You got to promote your, you got to promote your stuff. It's no different than a
I was
bit-
wondering because
no-
I was going to say
no
maybe
different
this
than
is why Kyle refuses to wear the Country and Cold Cans hat that we gave him a couple years back, Andy.
no. It's that to me is no different than a business owner rocking his own gear all the
Yeah.
time.
Or
And
teams wearing
that's my
team
point,
gear.
too. Yeah,
Yeah.
So that it would be very hypocritical of me to tell somebody in a band they can't wear their own merch when I wear Country and Cold Cans hats all the time. But now I will
but
say
you
I don't wear the hat with the shirt. I have to alternate. Like I grab my ping golf hat whenever I wear one of the Country and Cold Cans shirts.
Right, but you don't wear the Country Cold Cans T-shirt to a business meeting.
No.
Yeah, right. That's my kind of my point. Like
I would wear my Country and Cold Cans polo.
right. It's still a polo. But I mean, yeah, you're out and about. Yeah, that's totally acceptable. But like on stage, I think it pushes like, hey, please buy our shit really hard, and it kind of looks bush league.
I somewhat think it depends on what stage you're at. One, like on stage, it's pretty common for people to have band banners. The name's generally on the front of the big thing on the drum, whatever that's called.
Bass drum.
It's pretty common. Yeah. So it's common that it's up there. So like I feel like it'd be kind of weird for like, I don't know, Kenny Chesney to be on stage wearing a Kenny Chesney t-shirt and walking around town in a Kenny Chesney t-shirt.
Yeah, because his whole operation is a machine at this point.
Yeah, like when you're that big, it gets,
He's getting ready to play Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. He's out there rocking Blue Chair Bay hat on stage. He's wearing a Kenny Chesney tour shirt with the sleeves cut off. I get what you're saying.
It's like when you are the brand, I think it'd be a little weird to be wearing it. Like Morgan Wallen wearing a Morgan Wallen shirt. Like everybody knows who you are. But for smaller people, I mean, I think it makes more sense.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, that's where I was curious what y'all's takes were going to be because It's Kyle. I mean, it's like you said. If you're a small business owner or even a big business owner, you wear your company stuff. I mean, we wear the Country and Cold Can stuff. I wear it all the time. And then, we have friends that that will wear Country and Cold Cans gear a fair amount. We have one buddy in particular that wears it all the time. Shout out the free promotion. Another one that he would be mad at us if he happened to listen to this episode and we didn't say it. Anytime he's drinking out of a koozie, it's a Country and Cold Cans koozie. He always posts it on Instagram and tags it. Shout out our guy. But he gets mad if we don't ever give him the credit on the air, so we're giving him the credit.
Shout out Cookie and Clint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
yeah. I would agree with Andy's
we do
point.
need to get Cookie a new hat, and that story for why Cookie needs a new hat is behind the paywall. But Trucker Andy definitely needs to get Cookie a new hat.
Yeah.
Oh, is this a trip to Greenville?
Yeah.
Yes.
We'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I'm kind of with you on what you were saying with that.
Yeah, I agree with Andy. It depends on the size of the artist. Be kind of cringe.
You don't want to.
Eric Church go out in front of 50,000 people rocking that Eric Church New Tours shirt.
It starts to become egotistical when you're that big.
Yeah.